Queen Anne-Marie of Greece, who is tightly related to other European royals, has a truly historic tiara and necklaces collection. Queen Anne-Marie has a list of relatives that reads like a who's who of European royals. Married to King Constantine II of Greece, she is the youngest daughter of King Frederik X of Denmark and Princess Ingrid of Sweden, sister of Queen Margrethe II of Denmark, cousin to kings of Sweden, Norway, and Prince Philip, the late Duke of Edinburgh of the UK, and sister-in-law to Queen Sofia of Spain. Although the Greek royal family has been living in exile in the UK since 1973, the Queen's status leads to many glittering gatherings with her royal relatives, and she always appears radiant with her magnificent tiaras and parures. But before we continue, welcome to subscribe to our channel to help us grow our community and write down the comments after watching this video. Now we want to start with one of the most fascinating and romantic pieces of jewelry ever, the Khedive of Egypt tiara, created by Cartier in 1905, which eventually became a treasured piece of Anne-Marie. Khedive of Egypt tiara. Glittering with diamonds and steeped in a century of royal history, there is so much to love about the Khedive of Egypt tiara. The tiara features 7 circular scrolls in diamonds, set in platinum, and topped by floating diamonds, surrounded by a laurel wreath pattern. The diadem was commissioned from Cartier by Abbas II, the last Khedive of Egypt, at the turn of the 20th century. As many jewels of that time were designed to serve multiple purposes, the Khedive tiara could have its frame removed and worn as an enormous dress ornament or stomacher. It was a gift, an acknowledgement of a love affair that was sparked in Cairo under his supervision. Love between Princess Margaret of Connaught, known as Daisy, and Prince Gustav Adolf, the future King Gustav VI Adolf of Sweden. While Margaret didn't wear the gifted tiara at her wedding, the piece was a treasured gem. Afterward, Daisy and her husband moved to Sweden, where they had 5 children, including her only daughter, Queen Ingrid of Denmark. Sadly, at the age of 38, while pregnant with her 6th child, Daisy passed away. Ingrid, who was only 10 years old when her mother passed away, inherited the Khedive of Egypt tiara and took it with her to Denmark when she married Crown Prince Frederik in 1850–1935. Ingrid didn't wear the Khedive for her wedding, but it became the wedding tiara of choice for all Ingrid's female descendants, including her daughter Anne-Marie, the last queen of Greece, upon her marriage to the late King Constantine II. At the wedding, the bride matched the beloved heirloom with the diamond cross received as a wedding gift from her parents. When their eldest daughter, Alexia, wed in 1999, she once again selected the Khedive of Egypt tiara, bringing it into the spotlight once more. The Greek Emerald Parure. Considered by many as the grandest of Greek royal jewelry, the Greek Emerald Parure tiara is a favorite of Queen Anne-Marie, who often wears it to important royal engagements. Worn by the queens of the Hellenes since 1867, this exquisite emerald and diamond parure includes an emerald and diamond tiara, a pair of diamond and emerald drop earrings, several loose emerald pendants, and a magnificent diamond and emerald brooch. To emphasize the importance of the emerald parure to the Greek monarchy, Queen Anne-Marie wore the set in full for her first official portraits, and then for her spectacular wedding ball at the Royal Palace of Athens, which was one of the century's biggest gatherings of royalty. The magnificent tiara features a unique mirrored E design in a diamond-encrusted scroll frame and is set with 7 round cabochon emeralds and can be worn as a mirrored necklace. Queen Anne-Marie has worn the Greek Emerald Parure tiara frequently, both with the full parure and with the tiara by itself, or parts of the parure separately. She seems especially fond of the brooch, which she often suspends from a necklace she was given by her mother, Queen Ingrid of Denmark, which she received from Queen Alexandrine of Denmark. Queen Anne-Marie has also worn the separate emerald drops suspended from the necklace. No matter how many images we looked through to prepare this video, we have noticed that separate emeralds, along with the brooch, also can be hung down all together from one necklace, or mixed separately. Given such flexibility, it is possible to create dozens of beautiful bejeweled looks, and we love it so much. And what do you think of the Greek Emerald Parure tiara? Greek Ruby Parure. One more amazing set, the Greek Ruby Tiara and Parure, has a remarkably romantic story. The pigeon blood rubies in the pieces originate from Olga Konstantinovna, the queen consort of Greece, who received one ruby annually from her husband, King George I of Greece, to celebrate their wedding anniversary. Eventually, the rubies were mounted onto a tiara with a distinctive laurel wreath design, emblematic of ancient Greece, a necklace of ruby and diamond clusters of flexible length with detachable pendants, earrings, and brooches. The ruby parure was a particular favorite of Princess Olga of Yugoslavia and Greece. As the wife of the regent, Prince Paul, Princess Olga was effectively the First Lady. As such, she was required to wear grand jewels for state events, often choosing her mother's rubies. As a symbol of the continuation of royal romance, Queen Anne-Marie received the Greek ruby tiara and jewelry set as wedding gifts from her mother-in-law, Queen Frederik of Greece, in 1964. The new queen of the Hellenes first wore the rubies for her pre-wedding dinner in Athens. Out of the large set, the tiara is the most fascinating piece. 1. The parure is still very much in use today, but given the Greek monarchy is now defunct and the Greek royals will inevitably fade from public view, it will be interesting to see what becomes of this magnificent suite of jewels. The antique corsage tiara. Now let's jump to one of the oldest pieces owned by Anne-Marie, the antique corsage tiara, which was primarily worn as a brooch. A corsage is a term used for a large brooch that can be worn on the front of a dress. Made from pearls and diamonds, this corsage brooch was part of the collection of Princess Louise of Prussia, who became the Grand Duchess of Baden in 1856, and then belonged to Queen Victoria of Sweden, who passed it to Queen Ingrid. It was at that time when the Queen of Sweden decided to transform it into a tiara, with the detachable pendants becoming a pair of pearl and diamond earrings. In doing so, she transformed the corsage into a demi-parure. Queen Anne-Marie received this tiara for her 18th birthday from her mother, Queen Ingrid of Denmark. As the new queen of the Hellenes, Anne-Marie now had access to the Greek royal jewels, and therefore did not wear the corsage tiara as regularly as some of her more imposing pieces. Despite not wearing the tiara often, Queen Anne-Marie appears to have enjoyed wearing the accompanying pearl and diamond earrings. But the piece has been popular with the princesses of the Greek royal family. Crown Princess Marie Chantal, Princess Tatiana, and Princess Nina all chose to wear it for their weddings. While these tiaras with parure are so beautiful, Anne-Marie also sports many modern necklaces, brooches, and pendants. Now let's have a look at the diamond necklace, which was likely one more wedding gift, not the heirloom. Featuring 2 rows of modern cut diamonds that form a V-shape, the necklace can be worn with a variety of pendants, and Queen Anne-Marie knew how to make use of her jewels. The first major appearance of the modern diamond necklace came in 1965, when it was worn at the splendid christening of Princess Alexia of Greece, with a sugarloaf emerald pendant, pieces from the Greek Emerald Parure, and a ruby, emerald, and pearl suite, likely given as a gift from King Constantine to celebrate the birth. The following year, Queen Anne-Marie wore the modern diamond necklace and the emerald pendant with the Greek Emerald Parure for a new series of official portraits, the last taken of the king and queen before their exile. It was also worn for a portrait taken by distinguished fashion photographer Henry Clark. Her large history of making use of multiple pendants around diamond necklaces is indeed extensive. Anne did love her Art Deco diamond sautoir necklace, which she wore for over 60 years, and attaching up to 5 pendants to its hoops. Continuing the link to her own wedding, Queen Anne-Marie wore her diamond cross for the funeral of her husband, multiple events, and for the funeral of Queen Elizabeth II at Westminster Abbey. One brooch, which is still often used for daily events, is the Swan brooch. To mark the birth of Crown Prince Pavlos of Greece in 1967, King Constantine II presented this striking pave-set diamond swan brooch, likely made by Van Cleef and Arpels, as a gift to Queen Anne-Marie, which was worn for the Crown Prince's first presentation to the society. Queen Anne-Marie retained her diamond swan brooch in exile, and notably wore it with pearl necklaces, one row or multiple rows of pearls. Indeed, if we watch over her daily jewelry style, she loves making an appearance with pearl necklaces, sometimes adding an amethyst pendant. A special place in her jewelry box holds this large aquamarine pendant. This heart-shaped aquamarine and diamond pendant originally belonged to Crown Princess Margrethe of Sweden, who wore it with her aquamarine kokoshnik tiara and left the pendant to her only daughter, Queen Ingrid of Denmark, at the time of her tragic death. In the 1960s, Queen Ingrid gave the pendant to her youngest daughter, probably as a gift for her 16th or 17th birthday. Princess Anne-Marie wore the piece suspended from a small strand of pearls for an official portrait and events during a visit to Greece during her engagement. Queen Anne-Marie continued to wear the aquamarine pendant after her marriage, most notably when she suspended it from Queen Alexandrine's sautoir necklace, an inheritance from her paternal grandmother. The pendant on the diamond necklace goes well along with the family's Khedive of Egypt tiara, adding a delightful touch of blue. Van Cleef and Arpels Multigem Suite. Made in France around 1965, this multigem and diamond suite, consisting of a necklace, earrings and bracelet, was made by Van Cleef and Arpels and was likely one of the wedding gifts, possibly from a Greek tycoon. The necklace can be converted into 2 more bracelets. Queen Anne-Marie was pictured wearing her Van Cleef and Arpels suite numerous times during her short reign as Queen of Greece, most notably for an official dinner in Canada in 1967, as well as the bracelet for the christening of Princess Alexia of Greece in 1965. We could spot this beautiful set even more often. She indeed has many more jewels, but not all of them were seen often. At least we can enjoy the most glittering parures of the Greek royal family, and we wonder which tiara or necklace you like. Have you ever heard about Anne-Marie jewels before watching this video? Share your thoughts and impressions with us. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Thank you for watching, and see you on our next brilliant journey.